Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday. Um, today's today's theme, inspired here by Pema Chödrön, who was very influential for me. Compassion isn't some kind of a self-improvement project or ideal that we're trying to live up to. Having compassion starts and ends with having compassion for all those unwanted parts of ourselves, all those imperfections that we don't even want to look at. So, quick reminder, here what we're doing is this thing called self-directed brain plasticity. So, the more we activate these parts of ourselves, or this capacity to experience self-compassion in this case, mm, the easier it gets, the more we're familiarizing our nervous system with what it's like to have that subjective state. So, quick reminder, what is what is self-compassion? It's our ability to recognize suffering within ourselves and to cultivate our heartfelt desire to alleviate that suffering again within ourselves. So in my experience, it's oftentimes easier to do that for others. Just think of a young child or someone in your life where you realize that they might be really self-critical, they might be having a hard time. And we on the outside can usually look in and say, gosh, why are you being so hard on yourself? Um, and it's easier for us to sort of see the obviousness of, maybe being kinder, cutting yourself some slack, or just being okay with what's going on. Feels very natural to us. And, and yet when it comes to doing that for ourselves, it's usually exponentially harder. So the goal for today is to see if we can stimulate some sense of self-compassion. So let's start by closing our eyes. And as always, just dropping into the present moment. Slowing down, breathing, sitting, just going to simplify what's happening in this moment. I keep coming back to this thing that a teacher of mine once pointed out. Said, Oli, we're either sitting, standing, or lying down. Everything else is just a story. See if you can just drop into the simplicity of just sitting, just breathing. It's a really basic thing to do, is just to drop into this tangible sense of just sitting, just being quiet. If that feels difficult right now, that's okay. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder. Just acknowledging whoever it is in this moment, starting point. Of course, even when we're just sitting, the body's doing all kinds of amazing things. The mind is thinking, remembering, doing all kinds of amazing things. allowing it all to happen without needing it to be any different than it is right now. And then see if you can direct your attention to part of yourself that may feel somewhat negative. It could be your looks, could be the way you behaved recently in an interaction with someone else. Be catching yourself doom scrolling, given all that's going on in the world these days. And activating some sense of compassion or kindness towards that part that we may not like, or maybe leaves us feeling a little bit uncomfortable or dissatisfied. So it all starts with just noticing, maybe giving some definition to what that is. In my experience, there's usually some kind of should or shouldn't statement that sits underneath any of these feelings of dissatisfaction. Should be different, or I shouldn't do this or think that. Just noticing. As I mentioned earlier, oftentimes it's easier for us to connect with compassion for others, more willing to cut others slack. So imagine whatever you're noticing about yourself that doesn't feel 100% satisfying. See if you can imagine sitting with someone else, someone you care about, just expressing, yeah, I don't like this about myself. I should have done something different. I shouldn't be so fill in the blank. How would you be with this other person as they express that? Whatever words of encouragement or instinct to touch and soothe and be helpful to this other person. See if you can direct that back to self. Kindness, tenderness, gentleness. Cutting the self some slack. Whatever it is, it's there for a reason, and it's difficult. It didn't feel comfortable. That doesn't make it any less worthy of kindness and compassion. Doesn't mean we can't do better. We shouldn't try harder. But again, I think it all starts with some sense of kindness and empathy. This is hard. Don't like this. Imagine putting your arm around yourself, holding your hand, yourself in the eye, and just saying, I see you. I care about you. That's okay. If you can, notice where in the body sense of compassion lives. Chest, belly, head. Try to settle into a sense of okayness. It's okay. So take a deep breath in through the nose, long, slow exhale through the mouth, and go, relaxing the shoulders and the belly and the hands. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another deep inhale through the nose, slow exhale through the mouth. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, open your eyes. I wish we had more time. I feel like I could keep doing this for another 15 or 20 minutes, but hopefully it's an inspiration or a reminder to practice this even just for a few minutes throughout the rest of your day. So hope that was a helpful reminder. Take care, everyone.